Hey, what's up, guys? You're on with me, Tree Boy for Life. I just wanted to shoot this video dealing with the Hitch Pulley Rapide version. I've had this for quite some time. Oh man, I want to say at least 4 years. This one right here. So it's a really good device to have. I mean, I'm telling you, you go from climbing with just using a rope and using a Blake's hitch and some kind of cinching knot like an anchor hitch or some other knot, and then you go from that to using different kind of mechanical devices such as the pulley, such as this one, or just other pulleys, or some people use rope runners, some people use art devices where it eliminates the pressure knot almost completely. But this system is such a good system because you're able to imagine this is the tree where you tied in at, and that's the trunk right there. It's just amazing what you can do. Once you tie in with your lanyard, clip this part down into your belt, onto your harness rather, and you put, it's 3 hitches that people commonly like to use: the VT, the distal like this one, and the squabish when they use this setup with the hitch climber pulley. And a lot of people have different modifications to theirs that they like to use, but I'm telling you, I mean, it mines that pulley, I mean, mines that knot really well, and I'll try to do it because I got one hand on the phone, excuse me, but I'll just use it, just pulling down. So basically the prusik, the pulley mining prusik, is just, see how you just pull up on it. Before you used to have to, you know, hold the rope and use your hand in advance the knot. See, that's the transformation from using just a pulley setup to where you wouldn't have to do that. See how it'll just slide on there, slide up, and then when you go to pull down on it, you put your weight on it, it will just hold, and vice versa. You can, some people I've seen use like the X rings, and they'll put a small one at the top, and instead of using their fingers, and they'll go down like that. I mean, it's just amazing what you can do with this system. And then you never have to completely tie out. I mean, if you always tied in, you tie out right here, you leave this part tied into your harness, you know, you can reposition this part, you know, if you had to reposition that part around the tree. You can actually add a redirect in on the other piece there in the middle. I mean, you can tie into this wherever you choose to. Some people like to tie into the middle part, but I prefer to just tie into the top part. And with this system, it's actually preferred that you use the oval carabiners like the one here on the bottom. But I just use the AMB at the top. I could use 2 oval, but it don't, to me, I hadn't really, I mean, it's preferred that way, but I've been able to have the same success using the other method. So that's been working out for me pretty good. But you know, it's up to you. It always comes down to preference. Again, this is just a short video on my experience with it. What I really like about this, again, is that it really streamlines your climb and your descent. It's very simple. Even like what I like to do, I tend to leave my climbing line attached. I leave all this attached and set up. So what end up happening is that when I come out of the tree, I'll just unclip my carabiner. I'll go ahead and I'll leave this attached to my belt, and then I'll just mine all that climbing line out from with that pulley until it reaches the top, like this right here. Let me take it out, and we'll get. So basically, with this part still tied into my my harness, it's really simple. You see how it just mines that pulley, just mines that prusik, and you do it all the way till you get to about where you can't really see it, but that's a good thing about splice rope. It actually thickens up there, so it don't slide as easily. You would have to kind of loosen up that prusik a little bit to get it to go further, but I can get it to go all the way almost to the stitching or the whipping right there. And I leave it like that. So all I gotta do when I start my climbing system is that I attach a carabiner onto this part with another pulley on this, and then it's just like the same situation. You know, you mine all that slack out. Of course, I wouldn't have the carabiner clipped in once I put my little knot around my pull line when I'm pulling up in the tree, like with the throw line and everything. But I ain't trying to confuse you with what I'm saying. But you know, everybody does things different. But I'll just leave this completely together. That way I don't have to tie it, untie it, tie it, untie it. I don't go back and forth doing that. So it works out pretty good for me. But to each his own. And this is just my review of this, and I really love this device. I mean, I highly recommend it. You can get it, I think, for Tree Stuff and Sherelle. There's different colors. I prefer this version better because it's supposedly the best one. But at any rate, because it has the raw hide. But it's just one of them deals. It's just up to you what your budget can, what you can afford. But if you in the market to upgrade your climbing system, it's definitely worth a shot. You know, it takes a little while to get used to it, but trust me, once I watch all those guys with the competition, on the competition level using this, of course I can't climb quite that fast, but it's just I seen them boys was rolling. I mean, then you climb one climb, you can burn your friction hitch up. It ain't gonna you ain't. I mean, you ain't worried about your rope. You ain't worried about everything. So I'm telling you, them boys was floating. Some of them have VTs in. I know a lot of people like the VT, and the Squabish is a little harder to maneuver on this system, but they have longer double dot split tails like this. So it's just all in what you like and what you prefer. So, anyways, I hope you like this, and I hope this helps. As far as with gear and everything, and especially with these pulleys, because you never can tell. What you're gonna end up using and climbing with as time goes on, because things will change. And as you heard me mention many times, my ultimate goal is to get the Art3. I mean, that Art3 is amazing. I really like that device. I don't necessarily need it because this works perfectly, but it's just really nice. I just hadn't went to an all mechanical friction hitch setup like that. And some guys like the rope runner when they're using their SRT or their single rope technique. So it just whatever you like, and hey, there's so many things you can use and you can try to streamline your work in the tree. But there it goes. It's time to pull it. Get you 2 oval carabiners. Get you a double dot split tail, the size that you need for whatever Prusik knot you're going to use, whether it's the distal, the Swabish, or the VT, and then get your Hitch Pulley, and you'll be in the game. There you have it.